to Ellen Road. This fixture inevitably overshadowed by today's little tiff at Wembley, but I have a hunch that this could be one of the better games of the opening week of the championships. The referee today, Vadim Zhuk of Belarus. This one of the few group matches described as a sellout. Mind you, we've come to mistrust that particular phrase. The French might tip for Euro 96, and if they win tonight, remember, they're definitely through to the quarter-finals. And Spain, as you've heard, effectively also need to win, with Bulgaria already on 4 points. It's Spain who get us underway, and of course great interest in the outcome throughout England and Scotland. Remember, the top two in this group meet the top two in their group in the quarter-finals. Otero, one of the new men who's come into the Spanish side today. They have to make one change at least, with Pizzi, one of the two men sent off in their opening game against Bulgaria. Change on the left flank as well for the French. Dimeco left out. Lizarazu, who you saw briefly then, into his place. Foul there by Alcorta, the Real Madrid centre-back. And the French build from the back with Laurent Blanc. Easy ball for Sergi to clear, though. Caminero dispossessed by the strong striding Angloma. Zidane holding off the first challenge. But excellent work in the end by Abelardo, the Barcelona defender. Terrific atmosphere here in St John. The ground genuinely full this time.
Yeah, it is genuinely full, Alan. Wonderful atmosphere. In fact, somebody came up to us before and said they've been at a few of the games, and this is the best atmosphere they've felt so far. So that's a good thing for the game, and it's a beautiful, beautiful evening here in Leeds. Everything is right, and all we need now is a bit of classy football to really set the seal on it.
Two teams in terrific form. The French unbeaten in 24 games. The Spanish 17 without defeat. And a beautiful, warm, sunny evening in Yorkshire. This is Lizarazu, who plays for Bordeaux. Reached the UEFA Cup final last season, remember, beaten by Bayern Munich. Angloma is on his way to Inter Milan from Torino. So many of the French squad play their club football in Italy. Djorkaeff's little flick on, cleared by Abelardo. And racing onto it, Alfonso, the man who scored that dramatic goal with his first touch, coming on as a substitute against the Bulgarians, and involved in a little tiff there with Desailly.
Yeah, I think Desailly seems to feel there was an elbow used there, and I have to say, in these opening minutes there, some of the challenges that are flying in there, I don't think there's much love lost between these two countries.
He certainly did catch him in the face, and he's a braver man than I am. Desailly, built like a tank and fires like one sometimes. Deschamps, the man who Spain fear most of all. Zidane finding Lizarazu. Got the ball out of play, throw into Spain. The Spanish so impressive in qualifying for these finals. Their group included the holders Denmark and Belgium, but they went unbeaten. 10 games, 8 wins and 2 draws. Their defence usually built on Barcelona's back four, but injuries to Ferrer and the suspension of the mightily impressive Nadal has disrupted that particular unit. Lopez, who's come into the side at centre-back today, making a mess of that intended through ball, and the French attack with real pace. A tremendous run now. How does the referee read that one? Lizarazu breaking clear. A 20-yard run on goal and a definite trip. But will there be a card to follow for Lopez?
Well, he certainly attempted to elbow him, didn't he, Lopez? Threw his elbow at him, and as it happens, a little number 12 was too quick for him.
And somewhat surprisingly, the referee didn't deem that a yellow card offence. Zidane and Djorkaeff over the ball. Zubizarreta, the veteran Spanish goalkeeper, tries to sort out the wall. Deschamps walks to one side. It looks as though it might be set up for Jokeyev to hit it. No, they had a surprise in store. Zidane with the shot and deflected away for a corner, and it continues the theme of disappointing free kicks, Ian, in these championships.
Yeah, we haven't had one that we've really looked at and say, well, that was a real stormer, one that hits the back of the net so far.
Excellent play by Luis Enrique. Spanish fans gathered behind that goal, enjoyed that, and one or two of the tackles certainly in other matches I think might have brought yellow cards. As Jokeyev tried to set it up for Karambeu, but good defending again by the Spanish. Alcorta getting the ball back to Zubizarreta. Played for Spain in 3 World Cups, stretching back 10 years, the goalkeeper. This is his 108th international tonight. Desailly's clearance, Caminero beaten to it on the halfway line, but wins it back again. And a terrific run. Now he goes down, and the referee does not see fit to point to the penalty spot. A very relieved Laurent Blanc, a very, very angry contingent of Spanish fans here. That looked a very decent claim to me. We'll come back to that as Jokeyev goes forward and pushes the ball into Loco's path, but very good defending by Sergi. Oh, excellent play by him. Amavisca goes down the left and runs into trouble. Looks like we've got one of the more lenient referees here. He's given a free kick now. But Ian, that looked from our distance an impressive penalty claim.
Well, it was a lovely run by Caminero. He certainly cut across the front of the defender there. And, well, I'm not too sure of that. It could well have been that, he just felt the presence of the defender there and did a little dive.
Blanc immediately turned to the referee with his palms upraised as a sort of gesture of innocence, and it may have been that Caminero ran across his path rather than him deliberately fouling him. Certainly that's how the referee saw it. But a talking point. A lively opening here at Ellen Road. A full house crowd and 2 of Europe's finest teams. Sergi delivers a long ball intended for Alfonso. Lamar read the bounce well. A flamboyant and unorthodox goalkeeper, Lamar. But he does his job well and keeps it out. Deschamps. And again, finds Guerin. Lizarazu moving down the left. Loco in a good position in the middle. Little Guerin, who works so hard. Deschamps gives it away with a very clumsy ball. Not like him at all. And Spain do much the same thing. Now Christian Karambeu moving forward. Good defending again by Lopez this time. And this is more like the sort of match we expected between England and Scotland, with the game being played at high pace and the tackles flying in here.
It certainly is. I mean, the referee is letting the players get on with the game, and that is terrific. I just hope the players respond to him, and it doesn't turn nasty.
Clemente, the coach of Spain, a Basque, a very proud one at that, from Bilbao. Been criticised for negative tactics by the press as Caminero failed to keep that ball in play then. It's gone behind for a goal kick. And his opposite number, Ami Jacquet, who took over after the French failed to qualify for the 1994 World Cup finals. Clearance by Otero. And now Lopez. The French, with their opening win over Romania, clearly have the upper hand here. Spain, having drawn with Bulgaria, have got to be more adventurous. Caminero saying that's the 2nd or 3rd time that I've been tripped. How about a card? Desailly was the man who fouled him that time. been one of the less edifying aspects of these championships for me, the number of players who've tried to get fellow professionals cautioned or worse. I've seen that a number of times with players turning to referees and saying, why don't you caution them? And I don't like that, Ian.
Well, I've even seen the British players doing it as well, which annoys you even more so, because, I mean, we've been brought up to respect it and just get on with the game and let the referee do his job.
Lopez with a long ball forward. A little too long. And Lizarazu with the clearance. And he and Luis Enrique clash. It ends up with a verdict in the favour of the French. Free kick, I think, in fact. Who plays for Paris Saint-Germain, who won the European Cup Winners' Cup last season. Lopez with the headed clearance, turned on by Caminero, and that was a dangerously high challenge, and I fear that Lizarazu really caught the boot in his face then. It was two players committed and perhaps not looking at each other, but both keeping their eyes firmly on the ball as he and Luis Enrique went in for it, and he caught that right on the head, the French fullback.
Oh dear me, I mean, that was... I mean, I've seen some high-flying boots, but I mean, that's the highest so far. That was shocking, wasn't it?
He could have decapitated him with that one. Luis Enrique, who you might remember, as he is cautioned incidentally, he was on the end of one of the worst challenges in the World Cup a couple of years ago, when Tosotto, I think it was, the Italian player, elbowed him off the ball and broke his nose. Now he's dishing it out. Yellow card. Couldn't question that. Might have been on a GBH charge, never mind a yellow card. In goes the free kick. Anglomar heading it forward. Djorkaeff gets it back to him again. And Anglomar's as strong as they come, but he couldn't beat two defenders. Karambeur playing a dangerous-looking ball in. Good defending by Otero.
Delightful ball from Karambeur, wasn't it? Beautiful. Really looking for somebody to get on the end of that one.
12 minutes gone at Ellen Road. The French have the first corner. And this is how it happened. Corner's gone in short, surprisingly. Djorkaeff now lifts it up to the far post, but the linesman has signalled offside, and they rather wasted that corner, particularly as they have some immensely powerful players in the air, the French, and both Laurent Blanc and Jocelyn Anglomar had come forward for that.
Well, having said that, the Spaniards have got some big fellas as well, Alan. I don't think they'd have an advantage really with high balls.
Here's Karambeur. Gets it back from Zidane. Duran in support down the left. And the challenge by Lopez. Wins possession back for Spain. Juan Manuel Lopez plays for Atletico Madrid. In fact, he's not even a regular choice in their side. He was often a substitute last season when Atletico Madrid won the Spanish League and Cup double, so it's a bit of a surprise to find him in the lineup tonight. And here he is again. They'll certainly be grateful to get Nadal back for their third match, and hopefully for more beyond that as far as Spain are concerned. Luis Enrique opens it up for Sergi. Cross driven in towards Caminero, but too hard. Caminero, one of three players in the Spanish side tonight, incidentally, who carry a caution into this game. And remember, 2 yellow cards mean that you can't play in the next game. This match a repeat of the 1984 European Championship final, when Spain were beaten in Paris. And the French haven't done too well since that success. Or indeed of the Spanish. 2 of Europe's strongest nations, without doubt, but both of them have tended to be underachievers in recent years. Angloma showing his strength again. Challenged by Hierro. It's a throw-in to France. Mightily impressive player, Angloma. In fact, the only French player who played in all their 10 qualifying games. Karambeur. Hierro with the clearance. Desailly gets it back into the Spanish half. But now Spain break on this near side with Amavisca. That's a good tackle. Angloma crisp and certain with the challenge. Sergi, Hierro. Easy for Laurent Blanc. Now Deschamps. That's a good ball. Jokayev. Foul on him. Looked a bit harsh. Blanc. Angloma beaten by Amavisca this time. And Hierro misplaces his header to Guérin. Jokayev took a whack from Amavisca, who's not slow to make a challenge. Sergi with an excellent ball forward. Oh, that's a good tackle, though, by Desailly. Now Karambeur. Jokayev made an early run. He was claiming a handball there against Abelardo, but the verdict is a corner. Exciting player. Karambeur plays for Sampdoria in the Italian league. And once again, for this corner, Angloma, Desailly and Blanc have all come forward. Desailly just beaten to the header. This is Zidane. Needed some help. Gets it from Lizarazu. Blanc. Played back by Guérin. Jokayev. Beautiful football by the French. And they win a free kick. A foul on Patrice Loco. Well, that was an example, Ian, of how well they can knock it around.
Well, they can, Alan, but I would have to say, I mean, there's been nothing really outstanding so far. They've not really had anybody off their seats, have they? Either side.
Jokayev's free kick was a dangerous one to the near post, but Spain dealt with it well. And then a trip on Guérin by Alfonso. Desailly and Angloma have stayed forward. Jokayev with the kick. Pulls it square, in fact, surprising most people. And they made a bit of a hash of that. Now Alfonso can break for Spain. Guérin trying to stay with him. Good work. Well, the Spanish were screaming for a free kick then. And good play by Abelardo. Zubizarreta's clearance wasn't so clever. He was fortunate that went straight to Alcorta, really. Now Otero. Hierro. Lopez. Luis Enrique. Alfonso. Offside.
You know, before the tournament, we were led to believe that all these teams in Europe would have fantastic systems of play, and you know, they would baffle us. And we're looking at this here tonight, and I mean, they're just playing 4-4-2s, which our press, you know, and a lot of our managers have been saying, well, is outdated. And I mean, that's what we're looking at here. And I'm not really seeing anything very special at all.
Good defending by Sergi, though. Goal kick.
you know, what will win the game and get goals is individual brilliance of various players on the field. Somebody just doing something a bit special, a la the way Gaza did today for England. And that's what you need. You need players, you know, to really express themselves and do something. But here we're just getting a very ordinary, I would say a mundane game so far.
Otero. The clearance by Desai. And Lopez gets the free kick. Foul by Geran. Abalado. He was hurried into that early ball, but it was an accurate one. Lopez. Caminero's offside again. That must be the third time he's been caught. I don't think there's any doubt in anyone's mind that the European Championships are in need of a real blockbuster of a game with a few goals. Because although we have seen sporadic, excellent football from several teams, we haven't really seen a memorable match yet. Taking up your point, really, Ian.
Yeah, well, I think so, Alan. You know, I mean, there's been a lot of good passing teams, you know, where they've passed the ball around and really never got anywhere. You could say at the moment these two teams are in that category.
The early games always tend to be cautious, but this is the second match, of course, for both these sides, so they're going to need to perhaps open up a little bit more, especially the Spanish. Sergi with a long ball. Otero has made a run outside here and gets it. And couldn't return it to Luis Enrique. Here's Lopez, leaving it to Alcorta. Easy for Desai to clear those. They've got to be a little bit more inventive than that, I think. The French looking good in possession, but Spain doing their best to hustle them when they do have the ball. Because if you stand back and let the French play, they certainly can and will. Karambeur. It was a terrific run by Karambeur. Stopped in the end by Abalado. Lizarazu, good ball down the left for Geran. Foul by Luis Enrique. Remember, he's already been cautioned. Anglomar. Visca's tackle, and in fact he doesn't even, Anglomar that is, doesn't even get a throw-in out of it. Goes for Real Madrid, Visca. Caminero. C'est Laurent Blanc. Jokeyev was making a move there, but Loco couldn't find him with the header. Otero for Spain. 0-0, 23 minutes gone. Visca. He's run into trouble, now Karambeur. It's a good ball forward for Jokeyev. And Karambeur continues his run, looks for Loco in the box. It was an excellent ball. The layoff to Guiran, brilliant save by Zubizarreta. That's more like it.
That's certainly more like it, Alan. It was a lovely bit of play. I thought actually he was offside there, but he laid the ball back and Guiran with the shot, kept it low, and the keeper made a really fantastic save. There's a layoff.
Corner to the French, whipped into the near post, Alcorta with the clearance. Now Alfonso. Hierro ran straight into Zidane and gets the free kick. Zidane, who comes here with an awesome reputation to these championships, but not for this kind of challenge, I'm sure. They've been calling in the best French player since Platini, and that's a hard one to live up to. Free kick aimed at Alfonso, cleared by Laurent Blanc. Now Karambeu. Lopez with a rather loose header. Deschamps, excellent skill. Lizarazu. Guerin on the left flank, and he finds him. Minutes to half-time, and we still await the goal, and there's only really been one goal-worthy effort so far, which produced that fine save by Zubizarreta. Here's Sergi. Oh dear. Well, an excellent game against Bulgaria, and was certainly one of Spain's stars in the last World Cup, Sergi. But couldn't quite find the measure of his passing then. There's Lizarazu. Sai's clearance. Now Jokayev. But Spain just surround any French player who gets possession with 3 or 4 red shirts, and it's been doing the job so far. The ball goes in to Alfonso. Did well to keep that in. Angremar, a fearsome sight in the tackle. Deschamps. Guerin. Zidane. Good turn by Loco. Third in the starting lineup to Dugarry, even though Dugarry got the winning goal against Romania. Here's Caminero for Spain. Good tackle by Deschamps. And it bounces dangerously for Lopez. He did well then. With Jokayev coming in on him, he had to make a quick decision.
Well, that was amazing, wasn't it? You know, Spain are on the break, lose the ball, and they almost actually cost him a goal there. That was good defending, because the rest of the defenders had actually started moving upfield.
Zidane with a delightful little chip out to the left. They've got men in the middle here. But so too did the Spanish. Amavisca getting it clear. Rather wasted opportunity then by France. But they have it back again. Lizarazu.
He should actually have done better, Alan, with that effort. I mean, he's on the byline, he's looking up. There was 3 white jerseys in the box. He's got to pick one of them out. It was a real sloppy cross.
Zidane loses his man and whips one in, which was not very far away, I fancy, from that far post, particularly as Zidane was moving onto it.
Well, I think he tried this, didn't he? I think he tried to whip one round, and from that angle, a yard wide or so, but it was worth the effort.
The French looking the more dangerous. Luis Enrique for Spain. Caminero.
Where is Hierro tonight, the number 6 for Spain? I mean, he's the weekend, the game that we were at, the first game here. I mean, he played ever so well, and he's got a huge reputation, but he's hardly had a kick at the ball tonight, has he?
Seems as though they might have given him the job of keeping an eye on Jokayev in midfield and restricted him from getting forward. Here he is beating Jokayev to that ball. Deschamps is tripped. Free kick to France. Foul by Alcorta. Jokayev. Too deep for Karambeu. Spain build with Sergi.
Poor ball.
Anglemar wins the header against Amaviska, who claims he used his elbow. France play their last game against Bulgaria at Newcastle on Tuesday night. Spain play Tuesday as well against Romania. Needs a bit more adventure to lift this game as we move into the final 15 minutes of the half. Needs a bit more accuracy as well.
See, they're not playing through midfield, the Spaniards. They're just knocking it up, you know, knocking long balls up. I mean, Hierro is a very good player. They've got good players in midfield, but they're not using them. They're just saying, bang, bypass them.
Amaviska. France have it back with Karambeu. Now Hierro comes into the picture.
Maybe he wishes he hadn't.
Now the French try the long ball from sweeper Laurent Blanc. Deschamps. It's gone in behind the last defender. And Jokeyev doing well. Free kick given rather surprisingly. Jokeyev. And the referee's given the throw to Spain, so a curious little period in the corner there. And the game only ticking over at the moment. Jokeyev tries to release Loco in the middle. And again, it was an important header away.
I'm quite impressed with little number 9, Jokeyev, for France. You know, he's a good little player, got a lot of skill, and at least he's trying things. He's trying to be a little bit different.
Yeah, I saw him play for Paris Saint-Germain in the European Cup Winners' Cup final. He was tremendous that night. And as I think I mentioned earlier, he's moved to Inter Milan for £3 million. Zidane. A little push in the back from Alcorta. Zidane angrily kicked the ball away. Well, both sets of players are used to playing in hot temperatures, of course, throughout long periods of their domestic seasons, but by anyone's standards, this is a very, very hot night in Yorkshire. Never thought I'd say that. A hot night in Yorkshire. But it is, and maybe that's having some effect on the pace and pattern of the game, Ian.
I wouldn't have thought so, Alan, no. I mean, OK, it's warm out there. Some of the ground is shaded anyway, but these fellas are used to playing in heat, aren't they? Certainly the Spaniards.
Karambeu. Deschamps launches one in long, and that could be a good ball if Loco can keep it in, and he has. Karambeu. Well, a little more power, and that would have been a contender for a spectacular goal.
A couple of overhead kicks here, that's the first one. And then Karambeu with this one. As I say, somebody's got to do something special here, Alan, to really liven this game up.
Amaviska. This is Alfonso. Oh, it looked as though he was caught in the face there as he tried to go round the defender, but the referee has said play on. Deschamps strong in the challenge. And Spain get the throw in. Karambur in trouble near his own corner flag, but had the skill to get out of trouble again. And then a foul by Anglomar on Amavisca.
I thought Amavisca actually went down like a rugby player there and protected the ball with his body, so Anglomar couldn't get it.
Good position for this Spanish free kick. Lopez and Abelardo have gone over to the far post. Caminero just walking casually away. Well, he tried to catch everyone out, but not Lamar. Hierro, and everyone was expecting the ball to be lobbed up, tried the shot.
Well, actually, what I think he was looking for there was just a little deflection, Alan. I don't think you'd expect to beat the keeper from that angle, but, you know, a ball across a crowded goal mouth like that could just deflect and go in.
Long. Came off Abelardo. Lopez cleans it up, and now Giran with a long ball. And Sergi defended well then. Otero. Luis Enrique has Lizarazu breathing down his neck and wins the throw. On his way to Barcelona, Luis Enrique, we gather, from Real Madrid, his present club. Bobby Robson making a lot of early signings. The ball goes into Caminero, headed away by Desailly. And this is Spain's best little spell. Sergi. Sergi gets it back from Alfonso. Easy clearance again for Desailly, but Spain do keep possession. Otero. Hierro's layoff. And the Spanish fans enjoying this. Sergi. Can there be some cutting edge, though, to this period of possession football? Otero. Lovely turn by Caminero. And it's set up for Sergi to hit it.
I think little Sergi's having one of those nights, isn't he? I mean, he played terrific at the weekend, and here he is tonight. Everything he seems to do goes wrong for him. I mean, it was a nice bit of build-up play by the Spaniards. They kept a little bit of possession here, and then the ball was laying in his path, and he just lashes at it, gets underneath it.
Scored a goal on his international debut, Sergi, but hasn't managed to hit the target in 19 appearances since. Well, the linesman again making a curious decision there, with everyone expecting a French throw. He's given it, or a Spanish throw rather, he's given it to the French. Anglomar will take this one and look to make some distance, perhaps. A headed clearance, a little bit iffy from Hierro, so the pressure stays on. And Caminero concedes another throw. Deschamps, offside. Loco shakes his head, but I don't think there's any doubt about that decision.
No, I think, he's offside there, but he caught them before, Alan, and a bit of a dicey, was he offside or was he not offside decision. You know, the Spaniards are coming out and playing flat there. In fact, when the ball is played there, you can see he's actually onside, isn't he?
Yeah, the last defender behind him just played him on. Amavisca.
Well, that's the first Mexican wave we've seen going round the ground now.
Yes, the dreaded wave, which I would have outlawed if I had my way.
Have you got no fun in you now?
I thought they came to watch the football. I think it was possibly The most idiotic thing I've ever seen. Lopez with a long ball, looking for Alfonso. Desai knocks it clear. Hierro. That's a good ball for Otero down the right. And in the middle is Caminero in a good position. And Lamar just held on to it.
You know why the Mexican wave is going around? Because the people are fed up watching the game and they've decided to get involved themselves.
Otero's clearance. Hierro goes in bravely against Deschamps, but Desai was strong as well. It's all a bit untidy in the middle of the field, and the raised studs mean the referee's given a free kick to Spain. We're into the final 5 minutes of the half. Little to enthuse over so far as Spain go forward. Alfonso dispossessed by Deschamps, though. Now Zidane. He was being held by Sergi.
I mean, the atmosphere in the stadium is terrific. You would think the players would respond to it, wouldn't they?
Now the French try to press here, and Alcorta just flicks it away from Loco. Corner kick. Big Desai makes a lumbering run forward for this corner. It never reached him. There's Lizarazu. Sets it up for Laurent Blanc, and he couldn't return the gift. Strange ball by Zubizarreta, because there wasn't a single Spanish player in the opposition half when he released it. Alcorta with a long ball. Alfonso trying to twist his way into the penalty area, and the defender and goalkeeper didn't seem on the same wavelength then. Desai hooking it clear in the end. Sergi. Hierro. Sergi just managing to keep the ball in play. He's done well here. But the cross much too deep. Zidane. Lopez having a sound game at the back for the Spanish. The number 2, he's not missed a thing yet. Otero plays one forward, and a useful ball too. Luis Enrique trying to thread it through for Amavisca here. Laurent Blanc doing his job to perfection.
Yeah, Blanc came across, shut the door there, but it looked dangerous for a moment for Spain.
Referees waved a card there. I think it was at Laurent Blanc. I wish they'd make it more clear who exactly they are cautioning these referees. He just sort of waved it in his general direction.
Why would he have booked him?
You tell me.
I mean, he's giving. What is he giving here? It was Blanc that kicked the ball out, so what is he giving?
He's giving
only a throw in.
A throw in, exactly. Sergi delivers it towards the head of Hierro. And the two Spanish players going for the same ball there. Here's Lopez. Turned back in dangerously. Amavisca. Did well, Amavisca. Unlucky for him. Arambur bringing it away. Guiran clips it up. And Abelardo wins it again for Spain. And they've got a free kick, foul by Anglomar. Great competitor, Amavisca. He doesn't duck out of anything.
Oh, he's been a busy boy. I mean, he's been involved in quite a few tackles, hasn't he? He's a brave one.
Well, this is a long way out, as you can see, but Hierro is an exceptionally fine striker of the ball, as Lamar will know. Hierro gets this one all wrong, I'm afraid.
That's where I would say about 95% of free kicks have gone, Alan, and I'm positive. I mentioned it the other night when I was working with Brian Moore. I think these balls are definitely not right. Seriously. I mean, you hit them and they just fly up in the air and fly into the crowd. I mean, these guys are expert kickers, and nobody is able to hit the target. The last time I saw Spain live was against Jack Charlton's team over in Dublin, when Big Jack was managing the Republic, and they were terrific that night. They really murdered the Republic, and Jack will remember it well. But nowhere are they ever getting near that standard this evening.
However, they're looking dangerous enough here, and as Caminero was threatening, Lizarazu made a very important interception. But I do believe the whistle had already gone for offside.
Exactly right, Alan.
Zidane. Angloma. Given away to Sergi. Hierro. Amavisca. There's a handball in there, and there was a definite obstruction then by Angloma. Referee waved play on from the initial offence, but wasn't going to let that one go. Hierro sweeping it out to Luis Enrique. Otero on the overlap. Poor cross by Otero. Deschamps in trouble on the edge of the box. He could well have been made to pay for that, as Luis Enrique caught him in possession.
What was Deschamps thinking about? I mean, instead of just knocking the ball away, we're right in the danger area there, and he looked to play a little ball, or did he just try to control it and play it? Anyway, whatever, he put his team in real trouble there, and Luis Enrique should have knocked that one in. Zidane.
And that's the end of a disappointing first half at Ellen Road between France and Spain. Things, as they say, can only get better. Let's hope so. It certainly looks good on paper, this. It's not proving that good in reality, though. France 0, Spain 0. We'll be back after this break. As France prepare to get the second half underway here, remember one thing is certain: if they win this match, they will be through to the quarter-finals. If, however, Spain win, then they would only need a draw from their final game against Romania to take their place in the quarter-finals. If this match is a draw, then it would go to the final games in the group to decide which of the top two teams in this group make progress. Remember, Bulgaria with 4 points at the start of play. So they can sit back relaxed and happy, knowing they are virtually home and dry. Caminero finding Otero down the right, trying to release Luis Enrique. Desai's clearance straight to Caminero. And the game already into the pattern of the first half. Short, that ball from Otero, and Zubizarreta didn't seem too happy with it.
I think he wants to kick it with his left foot, Alan, and it wasn't coming that way, was it?
It's Terry Venables who actually signed Zubizarreta for Barcelona all those years ago, and Terry was coach at the Nou Camp. And what a career he's had since. Lama bowls it out to Lizarazu. The layoff by Djorkaeff was brilliant, and Guerin tries to get in behind Lopez, but this fella's having a very sound game, the number 2, and once again, he wasn't going to be beaten.
Showed a bit of pace here, didn't he, Lopez, and needed to as well.
Jacquet is a great believer in attractive, entertaining and attacking football, but I have to say his team have not quite lived up to that reputation so far in their 2 games. They were sort of partly impressive against the Romanians without really giving the whole picture, shall we say, and they've been much the same tonight. In fact, even less so. But here's Karambur attacking for them, and that's an excellent ball. Djorkaeff! Now we see some of the real French style. That's more like it.
Well, Spain got caught again flat. That one ball beat the lot of them, and his control was lovely there, and dispatched it outside of his foot. That was a classic goal. Lovely little goal. I mean, the Spaniards will be a bit annoyed the way they lost it, but having said that, I was mentioning before that we were looking for somebody with a little bit of individual skill, and that was it there. Djorkaeff, beautiful.
2 minutes into the second half, the French take the lead. Yuri Djorkaeff, who was the top scorer in the qualifying competition with 5 goals. That's now 11 in 18 internationals for him. A very impressive record from a player with a real history in the game. His father, Jean, played in England 30 years ago for France in the 1966 World Cup finals. But Spain have hit back. They've got a free kick. And Luis Enrique let it run on, and that proved to be a mistake. They could have been caught absolutely out on that one. And they've wasted the opening anyway.
Well, we needed a goal to liven it up. We've got the goal now. Surely this second half will really bubble.
Jacquet's team are in front. Spain, knowing that defeat tonight could cost them their place in these championships, have got to come out to play now. Here's Zidane, forward, no offside against Loco, is it? Well, it was a very late flag, but in the end, it came to the huge relief of the Spanish.
Well, that's him again, Alan, as I say, that they're playing flat, the Spaniards. It's a dangerous game because one little ball cuts everybody out, and that was the goal, that was a ball for the goal, but there's a similar ball going through there.
Desai heading it back, spectacularly good defending that by the big man. Laurent Blanc for France, who lead 1-0. But Spain quickly get it back. Caminero taking on the defender, and he's done well here, Caminero. Just perhaps took it one man too far, Ian.
Well, it was sitting up quite nicely for the left foot shot, and then he thought, no, I'll take on the next defender and really make sure, and of course, it didn't happen for him.
But it's a corner. Dealt with very impressively by the French. And they're going to break again here with the goal scorer Djorkaeff. But Spain looking good themselves. Amavisca. Tremendous sight Ellen Road is today, absolutely full, and that huge cantilever stand on the far side, bathed in sunshine. Not a sight you see too often in the domestic season. As Spain go forward here. And that ball behind Luis Enrique. And Zidane. Nice little early layoff to Djorkaeff. Deschamps with the through ball, and again that flat Spanish defence caught out, and Zubizarreta had to play as a sweeper to clear the danger. Well, the pace of the game has increased now. Caminero is fouled. Free kick to Spain. Well, one can only imagine that one of the things the French coach Jacquet had to say to his team at half-time was, look, the way the Spanish back four is playing, get the ball over the top, and you might get results, and they have.
Well, they'll be looking for midfield runners to go through, Alan. You know, people coming from a deep position, from an onside position.
Hierro's free kick. Luis Enrique on the far post. but he was climbing all over his man. Free kick to France. Clemente, not a happy bunny at the moment.
I think he's got to be thinking about substitutions, Alan, surely.
Well, his team have hit back well in the sense of their attacking play since they conceded that goal. There's a yellow card for Amavisca, who nods his approval. Couldn't do much else. Trying to state a belated case, but a yellow card it is. Tackle there by Deschamps. And he had his leg taken from him by Amavisca. Three players, caution so far, below the average. But a while to go yet, and there is a bit of activity down on the touchline. Spain are indeed about to make a change. The fourth official has been informed. So in about half an hour's time, he'll probably find the right number on that electronic scoreboard. The long ball for Loco to chase. And he wins the header, finds Djorkaeff. This is better by France. Zidane with a lovely little reverse ball. Lizarazu. And Otero just too strong for him then. And now Spain will make their change. Manharin, the player who's going to come on for them. Have to wait a moment yet as his team attack. Desailly with the clearance. Guérin to Deschamps. On to Karambeu. Now Caminero, beaten to it by Deschamps, who's having an excellent game. And now the change, and it's Luis Enrique who will come off. Has been disappointing as well. And Javier Manharin, who plays for Deportivo La Coruña, coached by John Toshak, of course, the former Liverpool player and Welsh international. Manharin on in his place, known as a pacey right winger. That's the position he immediately occupies. Otero. Now Sergi. He's back to Hierro. Oh, that was disappointing by Hierro. He's a very subdued figure tonight, as Ian St. John was mentioning. Duran caught by Alcorta. Pardon the pun. Alcorta again. And Guérin takes it off him this time. Loco is chopped down by Otero. That's surely a yellow card, yes.
You get the feeling that the Spaniards are losing the head slightly, aren't they? You know, there's some rash tackles flying around there.
And that certainly was by Otero's surprise inclusion in the team tonight, and indeed in the Spanish squad. He hadn't played since the 1994 World Cup finals, apart from one qualifier against Armenia. And too many more challenges like this, he won't be playing too many more games. He's dangerous. Player Loco off for treatment as play continues with the free kick. Lizarazu sliding it in. Blanc looking for Karambeu. He's a good fullback, Sergi, even though he's not been quite as good today as in the opening game. Karambeu tries to test him again now. Deco on the touchline, out of camera shot at the moment, still limping, but off the stretcher as Spain themselves are now ready to make a change. Kiko, striker, waiting to come on for them. Caminero loses possession. But suddenly, Spain look threatening again, and a poor ball by Alfonso. There's Otero, the player just cautioned. Caminero, very skillful player, Caminero. Hierro finding Sergi. It was a good turn, but they couldn't quite force it back. Or can they? Good goalkeeping by Lamar. Lovely little 1-2 there played by the Spanish on the edge of the French penalty box here.
Yeah, I know little fullback Sergi nearly got in there, didn't he? There he goes. Just nipped it between them, and it just ran away to the goalkeeper.
Zidane turns into trouble. Caminero again. Well played, Zidane. He won the ball back and finds Jokayev. Jokayev couldn't quite flick it round Lopez, and now Spain will make their change. And it's Otero, having just been cautioned, who will be replaced. And that will cause a tactical swap as well, because Kiko is a striker.
It makes you wonder why they changed the team from the weekend, because the changes certainly haven't strengthened it.
He's known, Clemente, as a man who changes teams, tactics, formations constantly to suit the opposition, but it hasn't particularly worked today. And there's a foul already on Kiko, who was the hero of Spain when they won the Olympic gold medal in their own country in Barcelona 4 years ago. He scored 2 goals in the final against Poland. Now Clemente's thrown him into the action to try and save this match.
Well, he's a big fellow, isn't he? I mean, he looks a good 6-footer, so, you know, they maybe get something from the corner kicks or the free kicks with him.
Lopez. Kiko. And again. Caminero. Mavisca helps it out to the left. Sergi's cross was deflected. And the French did well. Carambeu loses out, and that looked like a dangerously high kick again.
Yeah. Yellow card for him.
The Spanish convinced there was a bit of play acting going on here, I think. Maybe it was for the first challenge around the throat rather than the high kick, but he was cautioned. But anyway, he has been. This is a really good position, this free kick for Spain. They packed the 6-yard box. There's a lot going on there. And the shot was not, again, what anyone else was expecting, apart from the Spanish players, who presumably have worked on that one in training. Hierro's twice done that now.
I mean, it's a difficult angle, isn't it? Really, I mean, he needs an awful lot of bend in that, and I would have thought maybe the near post would have been his best bet.
Deschamps turns it back into the half. Loco trying to make progress against Alcorta, who defended well. Now Lopez. Run back brilliantly by Deschamps, who's my man of the match, I must say. Then a clash off the ball as play goes on with Zidane. Very good work by the defender, who was on that occasion Hierro. Now Mavisca finds little Manharin. First time we've seen him. Hierro getting into a more advanced role all the time now. Mavisca's shot deflected away by Laurent Blanc, and Spain upping the pace. They have to. With just over an hour of the game gone, they are staring defeat in the face here and only drew their opening match. So they've got to get something out of this game. Lopez for them. Manharin. The layoff by Kiko was a bit short, and Desai came thundering in, wasn't happy with Manharin's challenge, and there's tackles going in all over the place now. Lopez is lying down injured at the moment, which is why Abelardo's hammered the ball out of play.
Actually, Yorkaeff is getting a booking here, and quite rightly. You know, he did go on with his studs showing. The referee allowed play to go on there, but then has come back and said, you know, I saw it, and your name's in the book.
Yeah, two-footed challenge there, but of course it was the challenge by Yorkaeff that earned the caution. And the number of bookings is increasing now as the tempo of the game increases. Sergi for Spain. It's a lovely ball. And Mavisca plays it on for Kiko. Bit of hesitation there by Lamar. I think Juan would have been grateful if he'd got out a little bit earlier for that. The bookmakers had the French at 9-1 to win the championships before a ball was kicked here in England. Seemed like a good bet to a lot of people, myself included, I must say, and if they can hold on to maximum points today, then certainly the first part of their job is done. They would go through to the quarter-finals. Hierro sweeping one forward for the Spanish, finding Amavisca. Anglomon won't give him any room, but he's still got a cross of sorts in, and Laurent Blanc with a lovely piece of skill. Noticeable how much the French have been pushed back into their own half, but as they counter-attack here, they still look dangerous. And Yorkaeff has a marvellous chance here and teases it forward for Loco. And still Loco. And now Zidane. They really ought to have got a goal out of that in.
Well, yes. I mean, a 2 against 1, surely the ball has got to be rolled in his path a little bit better than it was there.
France are ready to make another change. Foul on Lizarazu will enable them to do just that. Alain Roche, the player who's going to come on, another of the Paris Saint-Germain contingent, and he will take the place of Anglomar. Certainly not injured. Lamar, I don't think so. So he seemed a bit displeased at being replaced.
I would think he's had a very good game, hasn't he?
Got a terrific reception as he came off, but Alain Roche on in his place. Recalled to the national squad this year after a lot of problems with a knee injury. Caminero cleans things up nicely for Spain. "65 minutes completed at Ellen Road. France 1, Spain 0. Remember, the top 2 teams in this group will meet in the quarter-finals, the top 2 in the group containing England and Scotland. Free kick given in Laurent Blanc's favour there. Lopez with the clearance. Now Manharin. Yorkaeff. Good ball. Deschamps. Too strong for Zidane. Poor throw out by Zubizarreta, has placed his side under pressure again here. Very loud appeal for a foul.
He's given obstruction. And actually, I mean, I think the defender's got to get the benefit of the doubt there. Because, I mean, they're both running for the ball, and he was just strong and he just held his ground there. Look at this.
Yes, I totally agree with you. I did not think that was a a foul myself, and nor do any of the Spanish players, understandably, surrounding the referee with protests, as you see that. It looks worse from that angle, you have to say.
Yeah, but I don't think he was ever getting the ball, Yorkaeff, was he? He was never getting the ball. It was going over his head. And I think, you know, the defender's on that side of him, and he just bumps into him and falls down.
Well, it goes without saying, this is a moment of real danger to Spain. By the time the wall have retreated, they're going to be virtually on the edge of the 6-yard box, and that's not going to give Zubizarreta much of a view of things.
He's very generous as well, this referee, with his yardage, you know.
Yorkaeff and Zidane, the two French players, over the ball. Zidane hits it. A little too obvious, perhaps, especially with all those red-shirted Spaniards standing in the way. And it must have flicked off his own player in the end, because it's a goal kick. Another one to add to the list of disappointing Euro 96 free kicks. Sure they didn't plan that one.
He was obviously trying desperate to keep it low. He was playing this one low, trying to bend it around the wall.
Hierro wins a good header. And then a foul on Kiko, was it? By Karambeu, has given Spain a free kick. Lopez. Guérin gets a tremendous amount of work for the French. He's not one of their more naturally gifted players, I suppose you'd say, but a vital cog in the team nonetheless, the little number 6. Now, Kiko, the substitute, doing well. Oh, that was danger. Laurent Blanc just stuck out a foot and almost deflected it beyond his own goalkeeper. Now Sergi. Alfonso with the touch on, no problem for Lamar this time. What an utterly pointless kick by Lamar. Good work in the end by Hierro. He was almost caught in possession, though. Man had it to Lopez. Kiko goes in with his head, and it got a touch as well off Alain Roche.
Kiko's done well to just come on, Alan. He's breaking things up as far as the Spaniards are concerned up front there.
And here he is again. Doing well and winning a corner. Did it? No, it deflected off him in the end. Goal kick. He's a sort of younger version of Julio Salinas, who's also in the squad, the former Barcelona man.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen Salinas yet, have we?
Nope.
Always a player that you admire because he's a good player, big Salinas. Always looks to get a goal as well, get good goal scoring record.
Kiko plays for the Spanish double winners, Atletico Madrid, and got 11 goals for them in their double season. Not a massively impressive total when you consider what they won. We're into the final 20 minutes then in this Group B match at Ellen Road, Leeds. France beating Spain 1-0. The whistle has gone for offside. Free kick to France. Novavisca, the player who strayed. French tried to inspire their team again because Spain have had a good little spell since going a goal behind. Here's Caminero for them. Novavisca. Sergi in support down the left. Novavisca again. And the free kick has gone against him. It seems an odd one.
Good skill, first of all, by Novavisca. Went past one player, And really, again, it was a case of the defender was first to the ball, Alan. And they just run at the back of him.
Didn't quite see how he came up with a free kick for France from that one. Kiko. Foul on him by Desailly. French have all 11 players behind the ball now. Lopez has now come back to his normal position of right back since Otero went off. Kiko wins the throw off Roche. And the French are ready to make another substitution. And the man who was the goal-scoring hero for them in the opening match against Romania, Dugarry, is going to replace Loco, the man who has replaced him in today's starting lineup.
Number 11, Patrice Loco, is replaced by 13, Christophe Dugarry.
So the Bordeaux striker Dugarry comes on. Lopez in possession for Spain. Given away, though, to Desailly. This is Alcorta. Hierro. Well, Ian, we're almost approaching the final 15 minutes. Do you see any surprises in store in the remainder of this game?
Well, not really. You know, I think that there's every chance that France could break away. Spain go for the goal they desperately need.
Jokayev for that. Zidane getting forward, so too is Deschamps. He tried the shot, though. Well, 2-1 is the highest score we've had in any match in the European Championships so far. 2 games have produced that scoreline, both involving Italy. And it doesn't look as though we're in for a feast of goals, as they say in these championships. So 1 goal is so precious, and that 1 precious goal has been scored in this game so far by the French. Does Spain have the talent to force an equaliser here, as we do move into the final quarter of an hour? Sergi. Caminero's got well forward here. Manharin on the ball, miscontrolled it. Battle of the little men, won by Lizarazu. Now this is the kind of break that the French have been threatening. Zidane going forward. Just held it perhaps too long, but support arriving now from Lizarazu. Telegraphed that a little bit, and Lopez grateful for the gift. Jokayev. Giran. Blanc. Karambeur has dropped into a really defensive role in this second half, finding Giran. Foul by Amavisca. And whatever the Spanish is for dive, he's just mentioned that to the referee.
Amavisca must have had a record amount of fouls tonight. You know, he's been booked, but I mean, he just continues to foul people.
If Spain lose here tonight, they would have to beat Romania in their final game, and even then hope that France do them a favour against Bulgaria. So it's going to really make life difficult for them if they lose here. Dugarry going up, winning his first header, cleared by Sergi. Roche to ball. Zidane. Foul by Lopez. Just trying to dampen the game now, almost conserve energy, if you like. Making Spain do the running. Guerin. Well, didn't intend to do that. Gave it straight back to Alfonso. Now, can they make something of that gift? Manharin for Spain. Well played. That's a foul by Lizarazu. And the battle of the pocket chip dynamos, or whatever they used to call them, won this time by the Spaniard. Manharin will take the free kick. Lamar looks on anxiously. Deep towards Hierro, headed away by Karambou, and Lamar was concentrating hard then, and had to be.
That was a useful effort by Amavisca, wasn't it? As it got headed out there, just chest control and then thumped it. Fortunately, the goalkeeper straight at him.
Good positioning, and kept his eyes on the play all the time. Sergi for Spain, they trail 1-0. Hierro. 2 players offside for Spain. The referees acknowledged the linesman, but allowed play to go on. Jokayev, lovely little back healer. On it goes to Dugarry, whose control was poor. Manharin. Caminero. Kiko. What an inviting ball that was, right across the face of goal.
I'll tell you, that was terrific play there. Lovely penetrating ball, and Kiko there just threw his foot round and hooked it across. Inches away, really, from getting the equaliser there, weren't they? He did ever so well here. He just whipped it across. Oh, they were so close on that one. That was Manharin coming in at the back post.
Alcorta's clearance. 1-0 lead is always fragile. France may think they're in control here. They probably don't, actually, but that demonstrated just how slender their lead is. And Spain come forward with purpose again down the left. Sergi beaten by Karambou. Thuram about to come on for the French. And he's going to take the place of Guerin when the referee spotted him.
Substitution for France, number 6. Is replaced by 15.
Willian Thuram, who is just about to join Parma in Italy from Monaco, takes the place of Guerin, big strong man, who played in their opening game. And the message presumably now is hold on to what we've got. Roche with the clearance. Tremendous header by Dugarry. Jokayev looks for him again. Dugarry with a header!
That was lovely play. I enjoyed that. That was terrific football. Great ball to the back post there for the big fellow at the back post, Dugarry. Great header across as well. Here we see, there's a ball across. Up he goes, nods it down, and actually, he's looking to score, obviously, but Zidane, the number 10, was coming in.
Well, that would have clinched it for France. But as it is, Dugarry and his teammates have to see out another 9 minutes or so. Dugarry wins another header. Zidane. Healer by Karambou. We're getting a few tricks now as well, because he's been able to go into his attacking role again since Thuram came on. Here's Roche. Oh dear. Felt that one from here. Thuram clattering then into Amavisca. Spain are going to bring on the man we were talking about before. Julio Salinas, he's ready to come on in place here of Alfonso, it'll be. (33) now, Julio Salinas. Plays for Sporting Gijón these days, and straight into the action. He'll give them a big target, obviously. And he might be useful straight away because they've got a corner here.
I mean, they're not giving him much of a chance, really, are they? You know, but 8 minutes from the end, you'd have thought, you know, with the fact that they were trailing, they would have thrown him on a bit earlier.
Well, they had a magic substitution in the opening game, Spain. Will the magic work again here? Not from a corner like that, it won't.
Blimey, you could have half a dozen giants in there. What's the point?
They kept possession, though, with Sergi. Manarin. Puts one in towards Julio Salinas. And the clearance by Desailly. But Spain come back again. Caminero. That's a lovely skill by him. Needs somebody to help him out here. He's been helped out by the referee's whistle. Free kick. Now they've got 3 giants, 4 giants in fact in the box now, Spain. Abelardo, Kiko, Julio Salinas and Lopez the defender. Hierro chips it up this time over the head of Lopez. Ironic that, because the previous 2 times Hierro tried a shot and he did hang it up for the big men. He didn't do it very well. Easy for Lamar. Foul by Karembert on Sergi. And hit in long towards Julio Salinas, who touches it on. Now, Kiko. Dangerous ball, and still danger as Manharim pulls it back. Caminero! Just over 5 minutes to go, and Spain are back in it.
What a good goal it was too. But the big fellas had a part to play in it. You know, they put them under a bit of pressure, and then when the ball came back there, just slotted in the corner there by Caminero.
Who's had an excellent game even before that goal. The man who scored 3 times in 4 World Cup games 2 years ago gets off the mark in these championships. He won't score a more important goal for his country than this one. It's given them hope. It might have given them a point. And Clemente, the coach, has made another very, very significant substitution. Julio Salinas certainly played his part in that goal. And anything can happen now in the last 5 minutes. We may have been starved of drama and excitement for much of this game, but it could all be going off here in the final stages. And Spain have the upper hand at the moment, no doubt about that. Caminero, Hierro, well blocked by Turon.
Well, Spain have gone all Wimbledon here, haven't they? Get it in the box for the big men.
Well, I know Joe Kinnear, the Wimbledon manager's amongst the crowd here today. He'll approve of that. A touch of plough lane, as it was, brings Spain's European Championship hopes alive.
Well, we talk about the skills of the Europeans and the Spaniards, and here they are, they're reverted. 2 big fellas up the front. Get them up there, stick the ball in the air, and let's have a go at them.
And here comes another free kick in, headed away by Blanc. Caminero tries to touch it on for Julio Salinas, but the whistle has gone, and that's going to be a free kick to France.
The coaching manual's gone out the window, wasn't it?
It certainly has.
That was Kiko's cross. It was a beautiful cross there, wasn't it? Lovely cross. Nice little laid back. And I mean, he side-footed it. He knew what he was trying to do. Didn't get it cleanly, but he knew what he was trying.
And Zubizarreta led the celebrations at his end of the field. Deschamps. Good ball for Zidane. The excellent Sergi takes it off him there. Well, to remind you that if this game ends in a draw, then it will go to the final game in the group for both teams to decide their fate. I suspect only Bulgaria will be particularly smiling tonight from Group B. We might have a winner yet, though. Thuram going forward with pace and power. Tremendous run by Thuram. And he's earned his team a corner. That was excellent play. And suddenly, it's time to bite the fingernails for the Spanish supporters. Desailly, a possible problem for Spain from this corner kick. He gets up well. Oh, like taking sweets from a baby, wasn't it, for the old chap? Zubizarreta. No problem, never panics. Karambeu for France. Jokeya. Dugarry ahead of him. No free kick. Bit surprised at that. Hierro. Julio Salinas holds off the defender. Gets it back from Amavisca. Oh, that was unlucky, and he was caught, so it's... what is it? It's not going to be a free kick, which Spain thought it was. Jokeya is down the other end of the field, meantime, feeling the effects of that challenge that looked to me as though it merited a free kick. What did you think, Ian?
I think he's got cramp, actually. I think it's just a little touch of cramp.
But should this have been a free kick? Certainly got caught by the first challenge. He's on his feet anyway, and play continues with a throw into France. In the final 30 seconds of normal time, plus whatever the referee decides to add. Well, that was a strange one. I did say he was somewhat unorthodox, Slaman, but I wasn't expecting that from him. If that leads to a problem for his team, he is in trouble. And Spain have gained another 10 yards and another throw. Julio Salinas, he's certainly made a bit of an impact since he came on. Him and the other big man, Kiko, up front, have stirred things up. There's Kiko, couldn't quite reach it. And Desailly with the belted clearance, anywhere would do then. Malado playing it back in. It wasn't the best ball, though. And France have it back with Desailly. Ran into trouble. Hierro had a much better second half. Amavisca, Sergi belting down that left flank in support, but he's lost out. Dugarry onside. Jokeya in the penalty box. And the outstanding Lopez wins another tackle.
You're right in saying outstanding, Alan. He certainly has been. Terrific display of in the right-back position there.
France commit not that many men significantly forward for this presumably long throw by Lizarazu. They've only got 3 players in the box as it comes in. And it was a poor one, so maybe the others knew what they were doing. Thuram beaten to it. Kiko. Julio Salinas in the box. And he picks him out with an excellent ball. And Julio Salinas turns his man. And almost got a corner out of it. A couple of Spain's veterans have played a very important part in their performance here today. Zubizarreta with that great first half save. Julio Salinas for the impact he's made since coming on. He goes down, all the Spanish fans shout penalty. There was never any hope of that. And in fact, it's France who get a free kick in the Spanish, in their own half, rather.
Really shocking cross, wasn't it, by Amadusca? I mean, you've got the two big fellas here, you've been putting them under pressure, and he drives the ball in low.
We're into the 3rd minute of stoppage time. 1-1 here at Ellen Road. Dugarry for France. Julio Salinas whipping it on away by Blanc, and that's it. It's all over. Spain's late equaliser scored by Caminero, cancelling out Djorkaeff's early second-half goal for France. And both these teams go into their final games in the group knowing there's still some work to do for them in terms of qualifying for the quarter-finals. Spain will be the more relieved, though. It looked as though they were on their way to a defeat, but their never-say-die attitude has gained them a vital point. Final score here at Ellen Road: France 1, Spain 1.